questions. This week we began soliciting questions for today's town hall, and the response has been outstanding. We received over 300 questions ahead of today's town hall, and we're going to continue to take questions during the event. More than 50% of the questions have come from students and roughly 30% from faculty and staff.
As the morning goes on. This summer, we will be open online. Our faculty are working hard to prepare those courses so that we can continue our fundamental academic mission. We have made a decision to cancel all events on campus with possible narrow exceptions where safety can be provided for all the way through August 8th. Events that will take place virtual. In the meanwhile, we want to celebrate with you, and we have invited your input through surveys and otherwise. And with that input, we have decided that we're going to hold a virtual recognition of your accomplishments on May 22nd. Details will follow, but I assure you it will be celebratory and fun, and I hope you look forward to it as much as I do.
There are many resources available to students. The main one is the Student Emergency Assistance Fund. And as the president has said, you can access that by going to the main webpage or the University Life webpage. We've given out over $1 million in the last month for students' emergency needs. And by the way, that includes things like students who are unable to pay utility bills or don't have access to computer or technology. Students who can't make their rent payments. We want to help you get through this, and we want to provide these resources to you.
And even though, as the president indicated, this is extraordinary times, we continue to provide that education and support to students through our virtual learning. So although the online education is quite frankly a very different format than many of our students are used to, it still allows for the same level of learning and excellence, and our faculty are committed to that. Your refunds are focused on more housing and board and dining, which we are actually promoting and giving probably starting in the April 20th timeframe. So look forward to those large checks that you'll be getting in your mail, or probably maybe on an electronic basis if you're signed up for that.
What is the status of the Mason presidential transition?
Well, as I hope most everybody joining us this morning knows, we hired a phenomenal new president for Mason, Greg Washington, currently the dean at the University of California, Irvine. We were able to host him on campus for a terrific welcome event at the end of February. And Greg had all kinds of plans to be here regularly during the months of March, April, May, throughout the spring, getting ready to take the leadership helm. Obviously, those plans have been derailed in terms of being here in person, but I can tell everybody that he has extremely involved remotely, meeting behind the scenes with deans, administrators, others. He will be scheduling more such meetings in upcoming months. He wanted to be here in person, and we had to turn him down. At some point, he was ready to fly out here in the early weeks of April, and we all said, please stay safe and let us communicate with you remotely. He's going to assume the helm on July 1st and going to lead us forward into a great future for Mason. There's certainly reasons to be pessimistic. There are certainly challenges we are all facing. But I will tell you that working at Mason, as I've had the privilege to do over several years now, and during this year as interim president, there are just so many reasons for optimism. First of all, anybody who works on a college campus and watches young people and others working to improve themselves, to make a better future for themselves and their families, you cannot but find hope and optimism in that.